Coming up on Citrus TV News, big changes are on the way to SU's housing lottery.
And Orange is the New Black Star is on campus tonight.
A rocket exploded just after takeoff last night in Virginia.
And a town in Hawaii is close to being overrun by lava. Citrus TV starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Citrus TV News Live at 6 for Wednesday, October 29th. I'm Ali Bauman.
And I'm Max Darrow. The SU community gathered to support survivors of sexual assault today as a part of a national movement. And that's tonight's top story.
Students at Syracuse University got together on the quad this afternoon to show support for survivors of sexual assault. The Carry That Weight movement was inspired by a Columbia University student that is carrying a mattress around campus to symbolize the weight of being a sexual assault survivor.
Supporters at SU gathered on the quad and wrote messages to survivors of sexual assault on a mattress. This is part of the movement's National Day of Action that called for similar rallies on college campuses across the country. Citrus TV caught up with Madison Foltz, who attended today's event.
It can become a very internal struggle. So if we have this thing going on campus, it shows solidarity and it shows that you're not alone, which is kind of the slogan for the campaign.
And now let's head over to Citrus TV weather anchor Brooke Glatz with a look at today's weather.
Thanks, Allie. It was mostly overcast today with a pretty chilly breeze. The current temperature is 53 degrees, but it feels a little cooler because of that wind. On the higher end with humidity because of the rain from last night and this morning, but there's a very low chance of rain at the moment. The high earlier today was 63, but by tonight it'll drop all the way down to the 40s. To find out if the rain will be coming back and to see what's in store for Parents Weekend, stay tuned. Max and Allie, back to you.
In an email to students today, SU Housing announced some major changes to the school's lottery process to secure an on-campus room. A larger number of beds are going to be reserved for rising second-year students since they need to fulfill the 2-year campus housing requirement. The statement says option for upper-class eligible students will be limited. Another change to expect students that haven't fulfilled the 2-year housing requirement are no longer able to sign up for single rooms. These changes will affect the spring 2015 housing lottery. And happening tonight, Syracuse University welcomes Laverne Cox as the keynote speaker for Coming Out Month. Cox is well known as the star of Netflix's popular show Orange is the New Black. She is the first openly trans woman nominated for an Emmy Award. SU's LGBT Resource Center organizes Coming Out Month each year to support the LGBT community on campus. The event brings Coming Out Month to a close. Cox is speaking at Goldstein Auditorium at 7:30 tonight. And you might remember being asked to fill out a survey about Syracuse University a few weeks ago. The detailed online questions asked about everything from food to classrooms, housing, and around SU's campus. Well, yesterday, the company behind the survey presented its findings in 2 meetings in Hendricks Chapel. Many comments were highlighted concerning transportation to downtown Syracuse. Syracuse on Comstock Avenue and Thornton Park was also a focus of many of the responses.
When Graham Dining reopened after renovations this August, it became the 3rd dining center on campus to do away with trays. The initiative has been going on for a little more than a year and aims to help the university become more sustainable.
Some students are upset with the changes, but Food Services still plans to implement the trayless program campus-wide. Citrus TV reporter Josh Bazan has the story.
As part of ongoing efforts to increase its sustainability, Syracuse University Food Services has begun eliminating trays in its dining halls. Sadler Dining was the first to say goodbye to trays when it reopened in August of 2013. Since then, Ernie Davis and Graham Dining Halls have followed suit, but the campus community is divided on the topic. Some students are happy with the changes.
Actually, whenever I eat in the dining halls, I've always been trayless, so I actually appreciated the fact that they went trayless. I thought it was a waste of space.
I guess trayless is the way to go.
while other students are upset and say going trayless is a difficult adjustment to make.
It just makes the whole process more unenjoyable because you're gonna drop everything and it's just kind of annoying.
I do not like it. I personally hate it because you cannot grab a lot of things at the same time and you always have to go back and get more stuff.
Assistant Director of Food Services Mark Tewksbury says he hears these complaints from students, but once he's able to explain why trays are being phased out, most of the objections go away.
We mentioned the sustainability initiatives that we're trying to achieve, and that's hard to argue with that.
Those sustainability efforts are to reduce water usage in the dish rooms and cut back on food waste from students.
Students tend to eat with their eyes and then get back to the table and say, gee, I really don't want this, or I only want a taste of that, or I don't like it to begin with. So it's kind of helpful if they can't carry quite as much, they make a good decision. There's no one saying you can't go back 20 or 30 times if you so desire.
Only 2 dining halls on campus, Brockway and Shaw, currently use trays, but they'll be giving that up soon as the Trayless initiative spreads campus-wide.
While Tewksbury says Brockway is a few years off from any major changes, plans are in the works right now to have Shaw dining trayless by next fall. For now, reporting from CitrusTV News, I'm Josh Bazan.
Tewksbury explained the trayless initiative is just one piece of a larger sustainability effort. SU Food Services has already done away with styrofoam containers, added low-flow washer heads, and increased efforts to donate unused food to Syracuse community.
Last week was campus's Sustainability Day at Syracuse University. Today and for the next 2 weeks, students, faculty, staff are being asked to participate in a social media contest raising awareness for sustainability. The club behind the movement created the event to encourage members of the SU community to promote environmentally friendly practices. Students of sustainability are asking people to post pictures of sustainable actions online with the hashtag SOS Challenge. The club has gift cards from local restaurants that can be won. And after canceling a show at SU earlier this year, comedian John Mulaney has set up for a new date to visit campus. An evening with John Mulaney was originally scheduled for early October, but now the comedian will perform on November 19th in Goldstein Auditorium. Tickets went on sale today and are $5 for students and $7 for staff. Anyone who purchased tickets for the October show can exchange them for new tickets at the Shine box office.
Coming up next on Citrus TV News, a rocket explodes just after takeoff in Virginia.
And there's new support against ISIS as the battle rages on in Syria. We'll be right back.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
That's low, that's low. That's low. Look, he's blushing. Seriously.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Learning how to kickflip 6 stairs takes determination. So we're getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
The The NASA-contracted Antares rocket burst into flames last night along the Virginia coast. The rocket was carrying nearly 5,000 pounds of supplies and experiments going to the crew at the International Space Station. NASA says they still have enough supplies at the station to last well into March, and luckily there were no deaths or injuries from the explosion of the unmanned craft. Made by the contractor Orbital Sciences, there will be an investigation into the cause of the explosion after takeoff. And a river of lava is inching its way towards the town of Pahoa, home to about 950 people in Hawaii. Molten rock from the Kailua volcano, which usually erupts in the direction of the sea, has switched its route and now threatens a small town. The eruptions beginning in June. The lava has already flowed over streets, fences, cemeteries, and buildings. Many have evacuated their homes and businesses, while some have chosen to stay and get a closer look of the glowing lava. And one of the nurses who treated Ebola patients in West Africa is refusing to be quarantined. Casey Hickox has said she will not obey officials' instructions to seclude herself within her home in Maine. This is after she spent the weekend in the hospital tent in New Jersey as part of the new quarantine policy against her will. Hickox has tested negative for the virus twice.
In public for the first time in 6 weeks. His recent disappearance was due to the removal of a cyst on his ankle, causing pain when standing and walking. The surgery for tarsal tunnel syndrome is said to have been handled by European experts, but they say the cyst could recur due to his obesity. His failure to appear at important events during the last few weeks stirred international concern, and he's now believed to be in recovery. And our next story takes us over to the Middle East, where Free Syrian Army rebels are helping Kurdish fighters in defending the Syrian city of Kobani from ISIS. The group of the 50 armed men from the FSA are separate from the Iraqi Kurdish Peshmerga fighters, who are also heading towards the Syrian-Turkish border. The FSA is an umbrella group of mainstream rebels fighting to topple Syrian President Bashar Assad. And it seems like these students in China could be a part of a clever spy film. In an exam to become licensed pharmacists in Xi'an, unusual radio signals were detected, used to transmit the answers in code into wireless earpieces or electronic erasers. This high-tech cheating technology was caught being used by about 2,440 students out of the 25,000 taking the exam. Even with tight security and metal detectors going into these competitive exams, Chinese students have still found a way around the system.
And now we'll hand it over to Chief Weather Correspondent Brooke Latz with her full forecast.
Thanks, Allie. Today it feels about 53 degrees, but it feels more like 52, 51 with that nice breeze that we have going. The high earlier today was 63, lower than yesterday's 70, but still pretty warm for what we're used to at the end of October. The low tonight will be 43 degrees. Today was a cloudy day, winds coming from the west at about 7 miles per hour, humidity at about 66%, but low precipitation as of right now. However, that will increase tonight with some showers. Like I said earlier, the low will be 43 degrees, winds coming from the west still about 9 miles per hour. Humidity will be higher, almost 80%, and the precipitation will increase to about 30%. Moving into tomorrow morning, we see that the showers will continue, but it will get a little sunnier throughout the day, so don't lose hope. The high will be 49 tomorrow with a low of 39. Winds coming from the west-northwest at about 9 miles per hour, 70% chance of humidity, 40% chance of precipitation. Looking at the current temperatures, we can see across the whole Northeast, it's in the 50s, Syracuse at 52. But if you look down towards Boston, it's 73 degrees, which is what we were seeing yesterday. So lucky Boston, unlucky for the rest of us. The dew points show that Syracuse is currently at a comfortable range, but out towards the west, it's much more dry, and that is going to be moving in as the week rolls on. Looking at the current precipitation, we see that Syracuse is in the light green, which means that we have a little bit of rain, but not too much. The rain is scattered across the whole Northeast, so we will see on and off showers throughout the upcoming days. Looking at our 5-day forecast, we can see that today, right now, a lot of overcast, but there are showers moving into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The rain will continue Scattered showers throughout the days. Temperatures will be in the 40s and the 50s. Sunday will be sunny, but unfortunately for our parents coming up for the game, we will see a little bit of rain.
Thank you, Brooke. Now, the big question. Trick-or-treaters on Friday, what are they gonna see?
Well, unfortunately, they might see a little bit of rain, as we're predicting rain for the beginning of the weekend, but luckily no snow. Earlier in the week, it said that it was going to snow on Saturday, but it looks like it's going to be a little too warm for that now.
That's sad, a day, October snow. Oh man, killing me.
Brooke, thanks so much. When we come back, Citrus TV's Carling Mott is here to talk about a new set of movies that has all of Hollywood talking. Stay tuned.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans. These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids. Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. So is the solution.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Big news coming from Southern California. Yesterday, Marvel Studios unveiled 8 new movies that show what fans can look forward to all the way to 2019.
Comic book and movie fans are buzzing about the announcement. We have Citrus TV entertainment reporter Carling Mott with us to talk about all of the new films.
Okay, now Carling, so what's next for the crowd favorite? Is it going to be Iron Man?
Yeah, so Iron Man will be in Avengers Age of Ultron, and he has extended his contract with Marvel to appear in Captain America 3, which is actually just revealed to be Captain America Civil War, which will focus on a kind of a battle between Captain America and Iron Man, pitting everyone's like crowd favorites against each other. So I have really high expectations for Captain America Civil War. So that's where he'll be seen next, and after that, no one really knows. He could appear in the Avengers 2-part series that comes at the end of it comes in like 2018, 2019. But his contract's up for grabs, so.
So are there any new faces that bring Marvel to life?
Yeah, so definitely check out the Black Panther and Captain Marvel to come to theaters in November of 2017 and July of 2018, respectively. Black Panther will be the first black superhero to headline his own movie. So it's making Marvel history and making movie history. And Captain Marvel has been confirmed to be Carol Danvers. A lot of characters have used the name Captain Marvel throughout Marvel comic book history. So this will be the first time a Marvel movie has been focused on a female superhero. So those are the 2 new faces, and I hope that we get trilogies out of both of them.
Okay, so the next Avengers movie comes out in May, but what can we expect from them until 2019?
So after that, so Avengers 2 in Age of Ultron will come out in May. And after that, in July of 2018 and July of 2019, will be a 2-part series called Avengers Infinity War, which will focus on the evil purple guy that keeps showing up in the post-credit sequence, Thanos, and his quest to achieve all of the Infinity Gems. And we've already seen 3 of them with the Tesseract in the Avengers, the Ether in Thor: The Dark World, and the Power Gem in, most recently, Guardians of the Galaxy. So 3 of them are kind of already showing up in the Marvel Universe, and 3 more are still out there.
Carling, thank you so much. Now, if you visited any of Taco Bell's social media pages today, you probably noticed that all of their accounts were blacked out. The move was made to build up their industry-leading technology announcement that Taco Bell is now available on your phone.
Taco Bell's new mobile app allows customers to order and buy their food through the app on their mobile device, then pick it up at the restaurant, according to Taco Bell President Brian Niccol. The fast food chain will have a loyalty program that links with the app, available by early next year.
And coming up in sports, no tricks, just pre-Halloween treats. The NBA is back, and we've got the Game 7 in baseball. That and more when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool. Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
That's low, that's low. That's low.
Lookie's blushing.
Seriously.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Turning a 20-foot wall into a canvas takes vision. So we're getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
Oh, how the narrative has changed for SU football. 2 weeks ago, a must-win against Wake Forest. Last week, it was keep it respectable in Death Valley against Clemson. Now, it's there's no room for moral victories. Coach Scott Schaefer's club is 3-5 and need a win in 3 of their last 4 to make a bowl game. Prince Tyson Gully and A.J. Long, how are you guys feeling about your chances with NC State coming up Saturday?
I know they're going to come in here with a chip on their shoulder just off that loss that we gave them last year. They're going to come in ready to play, and we just got to compete and win the game.
They don't bring a lot of pressure, but they bring enough. Like, they bring it at times when you least expect it. So it's going to be a fun week. I mean, they are a very sound defense, much like Wake Forest is. So it's going to be interesting.
We don't visit this next team as much as you'd like, but when you do, it's always good news. SU field hockey comes in as the 7th-ranked team in the nation and with an honor on his stick. Sophomore Emma Russell is the ACC Player of the Week. She scored 2 goals over the weekend, including a game winner against number 6 Duke. Her regular season ends Saturday as the Cuse takes on UMass. And to the NBA, it's back after a long offseason full of narrative. LeBron James shifts the league on its head, moving from Miami to Cleveland. New coaches are set to make their debuts in new places, and Greg Popovich is rocking a new beard. I mean, that thing is manly. Oh, by the way, Kobe Bryant is back after missing the Lakers' worst season in half a century. To the Staples Center we go, where the Lakers took on the Rockets. And you started off with Kobe Bryant, looking about as popular as Rosamund Pike in Gone Girl. First quarter, the Rockets are up 18-9. Kobe with the shot right there, 2 of his 19 points on the day. But Harden, playing the Ben Affleck role with the beard, he goes from 3 and puts it down, puts him up 43-31 in the second quarter. Again, why sure, 49-31 right here in the second quarter again. Here's Kobe, though, with a swift little pass to SU star Wesley Johnson. And then to finish this one off in the third quarter, James Harden drives to the hoop. He has 32 points. And we go to Texas, where the Spurs took on the Mavericks. Spurs showing off their rings here in the Texas duel. And Becky Hammond in her first game as an assistant coach. We start in the third quarter where Monte Ellis get to the hoop, and he would pull up for that, up 69-69 for the tie. Late in the game, about 3 minutes left, Manu Ginobili with the and one. Foul right there on Chandler Parsons. Ginobili had 20 points in the game. Late, it was Tony Parker from three. He finished it off. Spurs up 101-100 late. The Mavericks have a chance to tie or win this game. Chandler Parsons would get it. Chandler, bang. No, he loses it. 101-100, the Mavericks would win it. Defending champs off to a hard start. Tony Parker would finish with 23 points. And now everything is on the line in Game 7 of the World Series. Max, put your earmuffs on. The Royals pounded the Giants last night with 7 runs in the second inning, en route to a 10-0 win. The two squads do it again tonight at 8 o'clock, and KC sends Jeremy Guthrie to duel Tim Hudson on the bump. A win for Kansas City would be the franchise's second title overall. Last one came in 1985 when the Royals beat the Cardinals in 7. Max, put your earmuffs off. How are you feeling about the game?
I think it could go either way. You got two great teams playing good baseball right now. As much as I'd love to see the Giants win, it's a toss-up. I'd say 50-50 shot. Royals win, Giants win.
Everything on the line in Game 7.
Everything is. JPC, thanks so much for being with us tonight. When Citrus TV comes back, we'll have one final look at tomorrow's weather.
Society should aspire to be more like us.
Be part of the first class. Get energized. Get outside.
Hold on, guys. It's gonna get bumpy.
And get moving. Experience the power of physical activity. Join the movement at ActionHeroAlliance.com.
That's low. That's low.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextsstopwrecks.org.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
And now Brooke Glatz will tell us what to expect for tomorrow's weather.
Thanks, Max. Waking up tomorrow, you can see that it'll be a high of 49 and a low of 44. Expect showers, expect some wind. Humidity will be high, precipitation 30%. Moving on through the day, the rain will stop. It'll be mostly cloudy, though, still on the chillier side, so expect to bring out those sweaters. Back to you.
Well, most football players spend their days off practicing, playing golf, or spending time with their families. But Houston Texan defendant J.J. Watt did something a little different.
Watt spent his Tuesday delivering Papa John's pizzas. The pizza chain teamed up with Watt's charity, which helps provide kids with after-school opportunities, giving 10% of Tuesday's sales to the foundation.
After helping to make the pizzas, Watt headed out to surprise lucky fans as an unexpected delivery guy.
It was a blast from the past for Watt, who delivered pizzas when he was at college at Wisconsin. I'm Max Darrow.
And I'm Ali Bauman. Thanks for watching.
Good night.